Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So you should have checked your homework, and if you have any trouble or if you didn't understand what you get wrong, please come to my office hours. I will gladly help you. We're going to continue with this. So just to recap, yesterday we talked about the sum of or difference of two cubes. So it's basically finding the cube root of each term and filling this in. So remember, we need to use all three. When we do the cube root, that means that number being multiplied 3 times. We got to use all three of those when we factor it. Okay, so we're going to try a problem, but now we're going to throw in solving. So go ahead, think about what we did yesterday. Find the square root because these are both perfect squares. And remember, what I would do is I start with a binomial and a trinomial, and let's fill in your side. So remember, SOAP, same, opposite, always positive or always plus. Either one works. And then go ahead and factor it. All right, so you should have gotten the cube root. We're talking about 3m and 1. So this is 3m, this is 1. And the signs stay the same, opposite, always plus or always positive. And there we go. So now, that does not look like a 1. So what we did, out of the 3m, and 3m, we used one of them, and out of the 3 ones, we used one. All right, so what do we do to get these terms? We multiply the 3m times the 3m. So we're going to take the 3m and the 3m that's left, multiply them together, and we get, let me move this sign over. So we would get 9m squared. Then we have minus. The last term, we use the leftover, the two ones. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, and then the middle two terms, we just multiply 3m times 1, and we get 3m. And then we set it equal to 0. That's it. That looks a mess, but it's 9m squared minus 3m plus 1. All right, now, when you solve this, and here's something that you keep in mind. For solving it, what we're going to do is you just set this binomial. We're not going to worry about the trinomial. So to solve a problem like this, we're just going to take the 3m plus 1, set it equal to 0, and we get m equals your negative, what would that be? Negative 1/3. Okay. All right, so let's look at number 4. All right, so here we go. What do we have here? We don't have a perfect square or perfect cube. Well, what can we do? Well, let's factor out a common factor. So let me get rid of this. All right, so what can we factor out of this? What would be a common factor? So yes, so you could factor out a 3 and a y. So we're left with y to the 4th minus 25 equals 0. All right. So, while we don't have a perfect cube because it's not a multiple of 3, but we do have perfect squares, right? Because any perfect square, the variable needs to be even, and that's a perfect square. So let's keep going. So we have 3y, so we have y squared plus 5, y squared minus 5 equals 0. Now, at this point, we can't factor them anymore. So let's set them equal to 0. So we have 3y equals 0, y squared plus 5 equals 0, y squared minus 5 equals 0. So here we can just get y equals 0. Y squared equals negative 5, y squared equals positive 5. All right, here we're done. So let's square root. So remember, this would be y equals, remember your plus or minus. Now, because that's negative, we can't leave a negative. We have to pull out that I. And 5 is the square root of 5. Or we can have plus or minus the square root of 5i. Okay. And then this one would just be y equals plus or minus the square root of 5. And there we go. All right, that's it. So that's just some fun factoring here. And then solving those. So go ahead. Here is your last one, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to get you started, and then you're going to answer this question. But we always want to keep the term with the highest exponent positive. It's just going to make our lives easier. So what can we factor out? Well, first of all, does 4 go into 500? So that's the first thing you have to ask yourself. So if it can, then you're going to factor out a negative. So I would pull out a -4 and a W from each one. So when you do that, you're left with a positive W to the third. And then a negative over a negative is a positive 125 equals 0. All right, so for this problem, you are going to finish it up. So you're going to factor this. Wonder what type of binomial it is. And then remember, you only set the binomial and the monomial equal to 0 and solve and answer the correct problem. Okay, so you should have gotten this when factoring. And then setting these equal to 0, you should have got 0 and -5. All right, so the last thing I want you to do before I assign the worksheet is factoring a polynomial. And this is where I really wish we were all together, but unfortunately that we are not. But let's talk about. So what I'd like you to do is figure out, write down some things. If you want to pause this video, which I don't know how many of you are really going to do that, so maybe we should just get right into it. But what you're going to ask yourself is, what is the first thing that you look for? Okay, the first thing that you look for. I know it's not a binomial or if it's a trinomial or anything. It's, can you factor out a common factor? So that's the first thing you're looking for, a common factor. Okay, that's the first thing you look for. Let's get that out. But when you're factoring, bring that along. Everything you factor out needs to be brought along to your final answer. Okay. And then you have, so we have, once you're doing that, then you look. So we have trinomials, we have 4-term, and we have binomials. That's pretty much what we worked with today. So the trinomial, obviously, we're going to do the X in the box. Please remember, though, that if the largest term is like x to the 6, when you break it down, it's going to be x cubed and x cubed. Okay, or if it's x to the 4th, it's going to be x squared and x squared. We're going to divide those exponents by 2. Okay, now 4-term, remember you solve by grouping. And then here are our binomials. Binomials, so there are 2 of them. We have the perfect square and the perfect cube. So for the perfect square, first of all, it has to be subtraction. It has to be subtraction, okay? Once you recognize that both are perfect squares, obviously, both terms, and it's subtraction, you go right to this, where it's a plus b, a minus b. And then you're done. If it's a perfect square, perfect cube, it could be plus or minus, okay? And then that's when you do your a, let's say plus b, and then you square a minus, ab, a times b, plus b squared. Or it could be the opposite. Just remember, so same as the original, opposite of that one, always plus. Okay, and then you factor, and then you would go ahead and solve them. So, and the other thing is you need to make sure that you factor completely. Okay, always look. Don't just stop one time. Once you factor, look. Okay, I have some binomials here. Are any of them a perfect square? Or any of them perfect cube? And you just want to keep factoring and factoring. So this, we're not going to do these examples, but understand, factor completely. You're going to factor, you're going to keep going until you can't go any further. Finding all real numbers, that's just the same as solve. That's just another way you're going to see solve. So understand this, finding all real solutions means to solve, means we're going to set it equal to 0. Okay, So those are the two things that we're going to focus on. So what you are going to do is you have a worksheet. All right, so here it is. So factor completely, factor completely, factor completely, just factoring. Then factor, and then solve. So you're going to solve, finding all zeros. That's the other one. Finding all zeros means the same as solving. So solving, what was it? Finding all zeros, finding the solution. They all mean the same thing. So you're going to factor and set them equal to 0. Then you have some error analysis. Now look what it says, because this is, I forget how many points this is, but you have to explain what you did wrong and correct the answers, okay? And then, okay, here it is. Luckily, you don't have to figure anything out. I'm giving you the dimensions. I'm giving you the volume. This is that your distribute, set equal to 0, factor, and then make sure your answers are possible, okay? That's it. Look in your notes for this. Look in your notes for all of it if you need to, but there we go. And so submit this, and then we are going to start division tomorrow. It sounds worse than it really is, okay? But we're going to do that, and then we're going to, that actually is going to play into part of, we're going to be able to divide to help solve problems instead of just all factoring. So it's going to be exciting. All right, get this work done. Have a good day. Look in Schoology. If you owe me anything, get that done. Please don't make me have to email parents again. So let's get this, let's get on the ball and get your work done. All right, have a good day.